What is going on, Kyle? We are back after what feels like we had a month off.
It feels like forever, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty close to a month off.
Yeah.
Yep. How we doing?
We're doing good. Yeah, everything's back.
I wish this UFC is barely back.
This card is decimated by COVID.
This card is completely decimated.
Omicron has come in hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Canceling flights left and right. Everyone was out at the bars getting liquored up over New Year's. Now everyone on the card is COVID.
Oh yeah, but 2022's been is going to be big for the Never Hedge Boys. We are now on Spotify and Apple Pod. You can find us there.
Thank you, Anchor.
Yep. We're on there. We're now on LinkedIn. We're going to be more active on Instagram. We're going to be more active on TikTok. We're taking over.
The media empire has come to LinkedIn. Make sure you add us as a connection.
We are taking over. I wrote 2 articles for LinkedIn today.
Holy shit. Let's get on this before we start. Before you make more work for us.
Right.
Writing articles on LinkedIn. All right, starting off the card. Only 10 matches on here, so hopefully it should be over by the time the Patriots start on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right, match 10, rather. Brian Kelleher versus, who's his new opponent? Because it's still listed as TBA.
It's Kevin Croom.
Kevin Croom, yes.
Yep.
And it still has Kakramanov on DraftKings, so our pricing is not going to be accurate there. We don't have a line for that. I feel like this is going to be the theme of the entire breakdown.
Yeah, so Kevin Croom, he is, what's his nickname? Hard-hitting redneck, something like that. He came into the UFC and he beat Roosevelt Roberts in 30 seconds, which nobody saw. Nobody saw that coming.
Yeah.
That got overturned. It's a no contest if you look it up. But he choked Roosevelt Roberts out. He rocked him on the feet, choked him out. He then went on to fight Alex Kakaris, and he lost. He is training at Glory MMA with our boy James Krause, Jeff Molina, our guys.
El Jefe, yeah.
So he's got good training partners, but he's taking this on extreme short notice against a monster in Brian Kelleher. I can't see him winning. I don't see it.
Yeah, and I think so. Kelleher is still listed at 7,500 on DraftKings. As far as I know, they're going to honor that price.
They usually do. They typically do.
Yeah, they usually do. So I feel like you got to have him. Although everyone's probably going to have him, so he's going to be very chalky. But at this price, he's probably going to be a pretty big favorite.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Brian Kelleher, he's the favorite, not on short notice. You know, I mean. Yeah, it's a smash spot for him.
I think when he's fighting fucking Kakramanov, he was minus 150, so I'm sure it'll be.
Yeah, I was gonna pick against him, but
such is life.
Yeah, didn't happen. Got to go with
moving on.
Yep.
Yeah, moving on. T.J. Brown versus Charles Rosa. No line out for this one, but because I believe Rosa's a late replacement.
Yep.
T.J. Brown, speaking of promises made, promises kept on DraftKings, T.J. Brown sitting at 7,100 and Charles Rosa at 6,800 because T.J. Brown, I believe, was a pretty big underdog, if I'm not mistaken.
He was. And that is a fight on DraftKings with them being 71 and 68 that you might want both sides. Not in the same lineup, but Charles Rosa at 68, I mean, the only reason he's 68 is because T.J. Brown was 71. You know what I mean? He wouldn't be the lowest guy on DraftKings, so there's value there as well. I do think this is a little bit too short notice. It's a week. T.J. Brown is a tough guy. He's got wrestling. That seems to be kind of a little bit of a kryptonite for Charles Rosa, who is a submission guy, but he can be stifled by good wrestling. Charles Rosa is a meat and potato guy on the feet, nothing really to be feared. T.J. Brown has been rocked before, but I don't think a guy like Charles Rosa has the power to turn the lights out. I think T.J. Brown wins probably a decision.
Yeah. I agree. Got to have both sides in at least one of your lineups because they are the cheapies.
Yeah.
Moving on up the card here, we actually have one that stayed with it. We got Court McGee going up against Ramiz Brahimaj, and this one is a pick'em. And on DraftKings, let me see here. Where are you, Court McGee? He's 8,300, and Brahimaj is 7,900. So very close.
Yeah. Ramiz opened up as the dog, which I was shocked to see. Because I'm not very high on Court McGee. I know he's a tough guy. He fought a lot of tough opponents, and he's fought them pretty tough. Like, looking at how he fought against Sean Brady and how good Sean Brady looked in his last fight, it looks impressive. Yeah. But Court McGee is slow. He's plodding. He does everything okay. He's almost like Charles Rosa.
Right.
And he's only getting older.
Yeah, he's fucking 37.
Ramiz is a true specialist. His BJJ is something special. If he gets you on the ground,
good night.
You're tapping out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Court McGee has good submission defense. I don't think it matters. Ramiz is that good. I think he does get it to the ground. He might not get it down in the first try. He might not get it down in the first round. But if it goes down, he's getting Court McGee out of there, and I think he wins by submission.
Yeah, that's going to be a great prop.
Yeah.
100%. All right, moving on. Almost to the main event. We got one more on the prelims. Jamie Pickett, plus 125, going up against Joseph Holmes, minus 150. And where are you, Joseph Holmes? Where is he? He's not on DraftKings. This fight is not on DraftKings. So
yeah, they got to update their lineup. They're slacking this week.
They are,
but
nobody's heart's in it.
I've been back and forth on this one all week. Initially, I was thinking Jamie Pickett, but now I think I've found my spot that I like, and it's Joseph Holmes. He's athletic, he's long, he's tall, he's 7-1. He's kind of a submission fighter, but he does use his hands to get there, club and sub a little bit. And
club and sub, you like that.
He's another one, Glory MMA, James Krause. With his athleticism.
We're Krause guys.
Yeah, we're Krause guys, and this is like the perfect fighter for James Krause. A long, athletic guy who has no experience. And he's just soaking up everything at Glory MMA, and he's fighting a guy in Jamie Pickett who is also athletic, but he's just never fought to his potential. I'm not a Jamie Pickett guy at all. I don't think he's looked good, even in his last win. I think Joseph Holmes finishes Jamie Pickett here and gives him his walking papers.
Love that. See you later.
Yep.
All right, moving on to the main event now. Bill Algeo, plus 110, going up against Joanderson Brito, minus 130. This one is on DraftKings. Bill Algeo is 7,600, and Brito is 8,600.
Yeah. Love Bill Algeo. Everyone does. He's kind of like a Dominic Cruz, Clay Guida kind of guy. Constant movement.
Yeah.
Does some wild stuff in there. Always being creative. But he relies on his footwork. Doesn't have much power. He's a skinny guy. He really is a lot like Dominic Cruz. Or Billy Q. He's a lot like Billy Q, too. The two Bills. And he's fighting a guy in Joanderson Brito who is fighting out of the infamous Shoot to Box Academy, where fucking Jose Aldo made his name, and he is the exact style fighter you'd think that would come out of Shoot Box. He's jacked, he hits really hard, he has great submissions, but the thing that I love about Joanderson Brito is he's got great takedowns. He opened up his Dana White Contender Series fight with a flying knee right into a blast double leg. I mean, the guy is explosive. Now, he can gas out, and that's Billy Algeo's only path to victory, I think, here, is to out-footwork Brito. I don't think it happens. I think Brito gets the finish, and Algeo's the line's only this close because people like the name.
Yes. I'm one of those people. I also do not think he wins. I think he probably gets choked out or his arm broken or something.
Ground and pound, smashed.
Ground and pound. All right, moving on. We only got 5 fights left. We got Dakota Bush at plus 160 going up against, oh boy, here we go, Viacheslav Borshchev.
Yeah.
Minus 190, and the DraftKings pricing. Borshchev is 9,000, and Dakota Bush sitting at 7,200. Borshchev for the win.
I think so. We already won money on him in his Dana White Contender Series fight against Chris Wade. Borshchev, he's only 5-1. He fights at a Team Alpha Male. He's a Russian kickboxer. He says he's had over 200 amateur fights. He was the
He's been fighting since he was 5 years old.
He was the K1 kickboxing champ. Everyone knows K1 is legit.
K1 is very fucking legit.
And he doesn't have a wrestling background, even though he's from Russia, but he is training at a Team Alpha Male where wrestling is the bread and butter over there, so he's constantly learning. It only takes one punch from him or kick to get you out of there. And he's fighting Dakota Bush, who he trains at a small gym, actually with Jake Collier, who's also on the card. Bush is tough. I think that's probably his best attribute. He's tough. He likes to strike. But to win this one, he's got to wrestle. I think he may find a takedown or two in this fight, but when it's on the feet, it's going to be all Borsh, and we're going to see a knockout. We're going to see a knockout.
Yeah.
We're going to see one.
Yeah. And moving on, we have this is actually a pretty good women's flyweight matchup. Not too many times you're going to hear me say that, but this is one I'm modestly excited for. Katlyn Chookagian at minus 180 somehow going up against Jennifer Maia. Jennifer Maia, 2 fights. Well, this would be her second fight removed from her title shot. She got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, this is actually a rematch from 2019, I believe, where Katlyn Chookagian won a boring decision. I think the same thing happens. Chookagian's huge for the division. When she's out there, she looks massive. She likes to ki-ah. She's a big proponent of ki-ahing with every punch. The judges seem to love it. She's like a women's tennis player out there. And Jennifer Maia knows she's going to have to go for the takedowns in this fight. I don't think she's going to be successful. They've both fought the highest level of comp you can in the UFC as a women fighter. I just think Chookagian is a little bit better than Jennifer Maia.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on there. I was a little bit nervous about the minus 180 juice, but I mean, if she fucking wins, then it's worth it.
Yeah,
I mean, pay the juice if you lose.
That juice on this kind of women's MMA, I'm not sure if I'll take, but I'll probably have her in something.
Yeah, for sure. All right, moving on. This is actually a pretty good fight. We got Brandon Royval versus Rogerio Bontorin, and Royval is 8,800 on DraftKings. Bontorin is 7,400, and then let me just pull up the line real quick for Rogerio Bontorin. We have Royval is minus 170, and Bontorin is plus 145.
Yeah, this is my favorite fight on the card.
100%.
It's awesome. Doing tape study on it was a lot of fun. Bontorin reminds me of John Lineker. They're like the same guy.
Yes.
Just short, stocky, throws fucking bombs. But one thing Bontorin does that I really like is he attacks the calf. He throws looping hooks just like John Lineker, but he likes mixing that calf kick, which I love. He's extremely strong. He does have the ability to get takedowns when he wants, but he tends to like to strike. And he's fighting Brandon Royval, who is maybe the most exciting fighter you'll watch in the UFC. He's huge for the division. Brandon Royval is massive. He's going to be
5'9" at 125.
Yeah,
is enormous.
Yeah, he's going to have a huge height advantage here. He likes to stick and move. He throws crazy shit because he doesn't care if you take him down because he's rolling all over the place.
Right.
He actually looked really good in his fight against Pantoja up until he got finished. I thought he was going to win that fight. We had money on him. And I like Royval here after watching tape. I was thinking I was going to take Bontorin just on paper. And after watching tape, I really like Brandon Royval. He's really long. Bontorin got rocked by Matt Schnell a few times, and that's what scared me. Because if Matt Schnell can start you, then Brandon Royval can start you. And I think I think what's going to happen is Bontorin is he cannot keep that pace in that body against Brandon Royval. There's no way. Right.
He'll get smoked.
Yeah, I think late finish. Bontorin against a tired Bontorin.
Yeah.
Like, that's why he gets finished. It's just pure exhaustion. And Royval gets
nothing left.
Yeah.
Royval's got a little more left in the tank.
Yep.
And he slips one under the neck.
Yep.
All right. Moving on to the co-main event. Are you ready for who's fighting now in the co-main event of a UFC card?
Oh, God.
Fucking Jake Collier versus Chase Sherman, and Jake Collier is the favorite.
Yeah.
Love seeing that.
Want to hear?
Husky Jake.
Want to hear another?
Husky Jake.
Another crazy thing. Jake Collier is my favorite bet on the whole card.
Yeah.
Jake Collier is my favorite bet. Chase Sherman is a bum. I will never bet him again. And I rewatched his last fight against Parker Porter. And in between rounds, Chase Sherman's body language could not have been worse. He was like crying on the stool, being like, "Did we get that round? I don't know." Well, his body language was so bad, he didn't want to be there. Parker Porter's terrible. Jake Collier has actually looked really good.
Yeah.
In his last
his
last two fights, he threw 253 strikes combined.
Yeah.
I mean, what heavyweight could keep that pace?
Not Chase Sherman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you got props to him for being a can for Tom Aspinall to crush. But I think Chase Sherman is an even weaker can than he is.
Yeah, I think Jake Collier's actually proven he might not be a can. He might just be fat. but I think he actually has some skill. He's gonna really outbox Chase Sherman here. I think he gets a finish too.
Love it. Love that 100%. All right. Now, the main event is actually a pretty good fight.
Oh yeah, it sure is.
My boy Giga Chikadze, huge favorite, biggest favorite on the card, I believe, barring the late replacements. Minus 240, going up against the also pretty good Calvin Kattar, plus 200. This is a very good matchup for Giga Chikadze. Giga is 9,300 and Calvin Kattar is 6,900. I think liver kicks all day.
Yeah, I mean, I got to go with Giga as well. He's looked so good, and Calvin Kattar's not the style that's going to beat Giga. Calvin Kattar's a boxer. He's out of Boston. He likes to box, and he's fighting maybe the best kickboxer in MMA.
Right.
We saw what happened when he fought the best boxer in Max Holloway. He got destroyed.
Right. How many fucking strikes did Holloway throw in that fight? Of 2 million?
Yeah.
2.5 million?
Yeah. A tad more than Jake Collier did.
Only just.
Yeah. He's probably more strikes than Chase Sherman's ever thrown in his life. But Calvin Kattar, he's good, he's tough, he hits hard, but
he does.
Giga on the feet is something else, man.
Giga on the feet is not how you want to fight Giga.
No.
And that's the only way Calvin Kattar can fight Giga.
No. Somebody please, I just so wish Max Holloway was fighting Volk. Max Holloway wins and we get Giga versus Max.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
That would be ridiculous.
Yeah. But we get Giga versus Calvin Kattar. It's the best fight on the card, probably. Besides, I really do like that Bontorin Royval fight. But I think we're going to get a knockout here from Giga, and he's going to call for the title shot. I know they already gave it to the Korean Zombie, but he's going to call for it anyways.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yep. And it's a short card. It's not even worth making a DraftKings lineup yet.
Yeah.
Not all the fights are there.
I did just for fun.
Did you?
Yeah, it's not bad. I think you'll probably win. But it's like, like a Brian Kelleher at 7,500, TJ Brown at 71, Brahimaj 79, Borshchev 9K, Giga at 93, Jay Collier 85. I feel like that's going to be, like, probably everyone is going to have that lineup.
I think Collier might go underowned.
Could be.
People don't like to take him.
He is fat.
Yeah. But all right.
We are all about body positivity here.
Yeah. But all right.
All right, buddy. That's enough for one night.
Yeah. We'll bring it to the next card, which is going to be much better than this one.
Yes.
Sometimes these cards just...
Yes, they do. All right, bud. Talk to you.